These are actually tickets, but they are copies of the poster that was given out at this year's Historic Sports Car Festival. It was really a great event held last weekend, the 20th and 21st. As some of the people will know, my brother passed away about a week before this race, and he wanted me to go ahead and race it, and I wanted to have something to focus on besides his death, and so I'm dedicating this video to him. My friends at Indy really went out of their way and made this fabulous sign and put this up over the garage at Indy where I was supposed to race, but they also transported it here to AutoClub Speedway. These are some of those friends, and as you can see, it was very hot in AutoClub Speedway this year, over 100 degrees I think all 3 days. This first clip is from Friday, and it's showing my progress through the day. I think I did like just 2 test sessions, and in the afternoon I got a little bit froggy here and tried to do a little too much with the right foot. So you can watch my hands, you can see them spinning all over the place here, and I goose it a little too hard here and take out a cone. Oh well. So decided it was time to cool it for the day and try again on Saturday. Saturday morning I warmed up quite well, but as you'll see in the next clip, I didn't do so hot in the actual qualifying race Saturday afternoon. Let's see. Nothing much here, just showing you getting back on track. So this segment takes us into Saturday. As it indicates, I started from 11th. I spun and went all the way to last, but several cars broke, and I ended up actually in 6th place for the actual race on Sunday. This is from inside the car, obviously, and this is the start of the race. This clip is really only going to go through about the first third of the track through turn 9 here, where I kind of make a big mistake here. So I think I'll be quiet now, and we'll let you watch this. As you saw, I passed 2 cars on the start, not bad, went to 9th place. That's Robin Hunter in a red and white Formula Atlantic right in front of me. And I usually can keep up with him pretty well, and I'm thinking I might be able to set up, particularly since he's tight inside there, to either get him here in 5 and 6 or pass him after the chicane 7 and 8 and pass him into turn 9. And you'll see I'm actually doing okay and passing them just fine if I just stayed on the brakes, but I left a blue car that comes across the front of me right here. He was doing perfectly what he should be. I let that distract me, and I just forgot to brake and then tried to turn, and there I am off track facing the wrong way. Yep, boo-boo time. Get back on in last place here, and as I mentioned, I chased several cars down, including my teammate Vince, who always loves it when I do that, and managed to end up in 6th place for the Sunday race. This is a quick couple photographs to break things up. That's Kyle Buxton, who's in our 2-liter Formula Atlantic, and he's telling me he used to race with Dennis Firestone, who was sitting over there to the left. Moving into the Sunday flag race here, I start 5th. Actually, one of the cars in front broke and dropped out. I think there's about 13 or 14 cars. Since I moved up to 5th place, there's several faster cars behind me. That was a BMW V12 and then an Indy car that just went by. You'll see that big blue Indy car here at the start just blow by everybody up at the top of the track. Pretty interesting to watch.
Here's the start. Be careful, baby. A lot of cars.
So it's pretty obvious, that big blue Indy car going by at the top of the track. Pretty amazing how much, I think it has like 900 horsepower. That's us going down into turn 3. We'll switch to the interior view here right now. This will be the start over again. The black car to my right front there is a, I think it's a 91 or 97. I forget, Toyota Atlantic, and should be faster than me. I think he has a little problem, and I'm able to pull by, and as you can see, I'm in 4th. There goes the Indy car, though, and then Mike Vanderhurst will come by in a 2-liter Formula Atlantic here, yellow one there. He goes, so now I'm back in the 6th. And heading down into turn 3, and just going to protect the inside line a little bit, try to get set up to just basically hold my position. I know there's some faster cars behind me, but I don't think they've caught up with me just yet. So as we go through turn 1 here, you can see the orange car right there. That's Ed Swart. He put up his hand. I think he's got some kind of problem there. But it goes away because he'll pass me back here in a moment. So now I'm back in 5th place. Here's that shot coming out of turn 3. And right there, you can see me going by the orange car. And here we are in turn 4 and 5. And we'll head down to the chicane through turn 9. Today, the black car in front of me has a problem coming out of turn 9. That's Dave again. So he had a problem on the start, got back up there. And then right here, as we come around turn 9, he'll have some kind of issue, and I pass him back. There you go. So now I'm in 5th place again, I think. I've lost track. This is the same shot except from the stands. My wife's shooting. Thank you, Carrie Ann. What I didn't know at the time is, as you can see right there, Ed's got his car running again. He's right behind me. And Kyle Buxton wasn't in view, but there goes Kyle. So he passed Ed, and Ed both passed me. So they got their cars sorted out and they're going. And now we'll just kind of finish up with lap 1 here. So that was the end of the first lap, and this is the spectator view of the end of that first lap, start of the second. And you can see Dave Dowskin is behind me, but not super close. And so now we're going to go through the last real part of the race here is really the turn 9, the second lap. And after that, I'm just head down cruising, and so I'll skip all the rest of the laps until my fastest lap, which was the last lap of the race. Anyway, we just went through turn 3 and 4, and this is a spectator shot of that. And as you can see, Dave is right behind me there. I did know that, but I wasn't too worried about it. I'm pretty good through this corner here usually, and real fast through the chicane. So I'm thinking I'm gonna not have an issue with keeping him back there, at least until we get on the middle straight, I call it, out of turn 9. So here we go down through the chicane and into turn 9, but I'm thinking Dave might try something, so I leave some room for him. He kind of does what I did yesterday, but he went through too fast and then off, and woo, that was pretty close, as you can see. And from this exterior slow motion view, a lot closer than it looked on the GoPro. Kind of gave me a little scare. And then after that, off we go. This is just a spectator shot of continuing on down to turn 12, and that's the end of the second lap here, also from the spectator view. And so as I mentioned, I skipped all the way to the 9th lap here, which is the fastest lap of the race for me. I was pretty pleased here. I did lap 5 through 10, the last 6 laps, all in the 144s. The fastest I've ever gone here is 142, and That's when it was a lot cooler than it is today. With it 100 degrees, the tires are pretty greasy, and the engine's just not getting enough. The air's not thick enough, dense enough. So I was pretty pleased with 144s, and in fact, the last lap is a 144 flat. So I'll talk you through here. This is into turn 4 and 5. I like to go wide there so that I can come tight and on the gas early here. And that's out of 5. We'll go through 6. We'll go through 7 and 8. The little chicane here. I'm able to not lift here. It looks like that's not that big of a deal, but it's pretty exciting getting through there at about 120. I went a little wide here, wider than I should have, and so I might have lost a tenth or two right there. And now just the straight run out of 9 down into 12. I do a pretty good lap here, but I'll pick on a few things here. So here's 12. Braking's good. Downshifting's good. Could have went a little wider right there. It would have made this turn a little easier, but new tires are helping. And this part I've kind of worked out. It's 12, 13, and 14, and out on the track. You have to hold off just a little bit there before you can put the throttle down. It doesn't look like it, but you really push out and towards the oval. And I think the lap time indicator here is going to show 144.2 or something like that. A little off from the sync with the video. The next snapshot here is my timesheet. It shows you those 144s over on the left-hand column there. And then the blue bold text or the best sector times, if you add those up, 143.8. So I wasn't very far off of that with the 144 flat. Those are the sectors if somebody wants to hit pause and study what I did, but otherwise it doesn't mean anything to you. So that was it. I think I finished 6th or 7th. Oh, here's a picture of my new seat. It's all upholstered, or just like a car seat. Really nice, really pretty. I don't think you can see it too good in that shot, but oh well. Thanks, Bob. You did a great job on it. And there's Bob. And notice we both have laptops. We're really studying hard, trying to figure out how to go faster as usual. I mentioned this earlier, but this next slide is a shot of Bob and his wife Sherry at Indianapolis with the sign over the garage, and it just meant so much to me that they made that little had that memorial slide made for me. There are two gentlemen there at Indy, Doug Shotley, I think is the right way to pronounce it, and Jeff, his brother, and I can't thank them enough. Sorry I miss Indy, but had a great time at AutoClub Speedway, and it's off to Portland, July 9th through the 12th. Hope to see some of you guys there. Bye-bye.